Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. Today I wanted to do a video that's a little bit different. I wanted to talk to you about my 40 before 40 bucket list because that is part of the reason why I joined BookTube in the first place. So the 40 before 40 is exactly what it sounds like. It's 40 things I want to do before I turn 40. Right now I am 31. I started this list when I was 29, so I've had a little bit of extra time, but I'm not that far into the list. So I thought I'd share my 40 things with you real quick and show you the progress I've made on the list so far. These aren't in any particular order. I tried to make the list realistic in most aspects. They were things I wanted to do, but also things that I felt like were achievable for the most part. I didn't put any life milestones like buying a house or getting married because I didn't want to put pressure on myself to get those done in a certain time. These are just a random list of things that I either want to learn or do. Here are some of the first ones. We have Pay It Forward. I do support different charities and I definitely have put a lot of my own money into my classroom, but I've never paid for somebody's meal in like a Starbucks line kind of thing, which I don't know why that's specifically something I want to do, but it's on my list. I also want to go to Summerfest, which is a music festival in Michigan, I want to say. It just seems like it has a lot of cool music, a wide variety. I haven't gone to a lot of music festivals, but this one seems like a really cool one, and it's like 11 days long. Number 3, you'll notice, is a little bit embarrassing, but I need to learn how to parallel park better. I can do it, but I'm one of those people that's going to go in and out like 5 times. I know the sign, like I've watched videos and people have tried to tell me like the mechanics of it, but I grew up in Kansas in a tiny little town where there was no need to parallel park for the first like 25 years of my life. For number 4, I have temperature blanket. Actually accomplished this one. Let me show you what it looks like. Alright, there's no way I can get this monstrosity on screen, but this is kind of what it looks like. So basically I knitted a line for each day of the year based on the temperature, and each color had, or each temperature had like a gradient. So this first line was January 1st, and it was the 0 to 10 degrees, and it goes on from there based on degrees. So you have like some of the pinks are 30 to 40, and I have a gray line for the end of the month. So you can see January, and it goes all the way down. It is a massive blanket. It ended up being a monstrosity, and I didn't know what I was doing. I'd never knitted a blanket, so there's a lot of mistakes, especially towards the beginning of the year, and the dimensions are way off. It's like 5 feet wide and 13 feet long. Basically, you can double it over on my bed lengthwise and still have some left over. I want to ride a tandem bicycle for number 5. Just seems fun. Haven't had a chance to do it. I've done some like side-by-side bikes in like a park, but I want a true tandem bicycle. And watch all of Star Wars. I have not watched all of Star Wars. I'm not going to say how many I have watched, but hopefully by the end of this summer, I'll have watched them all. Learn how to sew. Number 9, you'll see us start a YouTube channel, which here we are. Number 10 is get board certified. So as a teacher, that's a certification that I can get to kind of show that I am a very high level teacher. It's a 3-year, I think it's a 3-year process. For the next 10, drive a stick shift. I have never drove a stick shift before. I went to Ireland and we rented a car. We ordered an automatic and they tried to give us a stick shift and none of us knew what we were doing. It was hard enough driving on the other side of the road. 12 is write a book. I have a lot of book ideas, but for some reason I can never quite turn them into anything more than a synopsis, so I am slowly making myself just sit down and write one of them. I currently have about 45 pages done, and I write like a page or two a day. So thankfully I have 9 years to still get this done because I'll probably need all 9 of them at the rate I'm going, but my goal is to just finish a book. The next one is Learn Sign Language, which I've actually started. I'm using a link that I'll put down below. ASL Raquel, she is great, and she has a Learn Sign Language in 31 days. I've talked about this before, but I'm excited to do this. I'm doing it with my sister, and so we're slowly working our way through that. Also, I'm trying to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Let me just show you how far I can get at the moment. Row and the middle square. I at one point learned how to do the second row and make sure these squares were the same as well, but that's been like 2 years and I've forgotten. So I've got a little ways into this. After that one on my list, we have go to a Packers game. I grew up in Kansas, as I've said, so I've been to a Chiefs game, but my other favorite team is the Packers, and I've never been to a game of theirs, and I'd love to go. We also have remodel something. I grew up watching HGTV, the DIY and fixer-upper things always look amazing. Although I have a feeling I won't be good at it, so I'm gonna pick something small. Then I have relearn the flute. I played flute starting when I was 10 all the way through college, but after college and the last few years in college, I just kind of let it go. My flute needs to be repaired, and so I need to do that step first, and then I want to start just kind of getting into a regular practice because it's something I enjoyed and I really miss music. The next one is one that I just think would be really fun, and that's throw a Bob Ross painting party. I don't have any space to do this right now, but eventually I'd love to just have all those easels, and he's just the best person ever. So yeah, Bob Ross painting party. It's on the list. And then we have get all of my books in one place. Small apartment, lots of books, so about half of my collection is at my parents' house. I also have learned to code on this list, which I'm actually doing through Code Academy while I have some free time again right now. And then make povatitsa. Povatitsa is a bread-like dessert kind of thing that they made a lot when I was really young, and my grandma used to make it as well. I haven't had it in so long, but it's something I want to learn how to make to kind of keep that tradition up. So on our next set of 10, the first one is see a Broadway musical. I went and saw The Cursed Child for my birthday in New York. My friends got me tickets. Thank you, friends. It was amazing. I know there's a lot of controversy with J.K. Rowling right now, and it is painful. Harry Potter is such a big part of all of our lives, and I think it's going to be hard moving forward to find the balance of loving Harry Potter and not supporting the author of the work, but it's something we've all got to do. We also have ride in a hot air balloon. Pretty self-explanatory. I want to do it. Be part of a live studio audience. I want it to be, you know, the Survivor finale. I want to be off in the audience. Even The Bachelor, when they have the women tell all, men tell all, I would love. Then we have beat someone at chess. I know the basic rules of chess, but I am so bad at strategy games. I play a lot of board games with my friends, and the strategy ones are never my forte, and so chess is one of the ones where I understand it, but I don't think I've ever beat anybody aside from someone who's just as bad as me and or worse. Start a charity. I would love to just, in general, be the founder of a charity someday. I don't have any ideas or plans for that at the moment. Ride an elephant. Seems cool. Write a message in a bottle. Harry Potter World. Haven't been. Go to a Comic-Con. Haven't been to that either. Buy a storage unit. I don't know. Did you ever watch Storage Wars? It seems like there could be some cool stuff in there. My last 10 are some of the harder ones, I would say, aside from ride an elephant. not hard, but where am I going to do that? First one is visit all 59 national parks. I'll put a picture up of the ones that I've been to. I think it's about 15. We'll see when I put the picture up. But I've had the ability to do a lot of traveling. I'm really lucky, and now that I'm a teacher, I definitely have to like intentionally save up for these things. I'm pretty frugal aside from buying books and traveling and tattoos. Otherwise, I live as basic as possible because in my mind, those experiences are what I want in life, not material things, if that makes sense, aside from books. Anyway, it's going to be difficult because they're all over the place. And my rule is that I have to actually like spend a full day and or stay the night there for it to count. Because it can't just be like, oh, I drove through. You know, I actually have to like do a good amount of like hiking or sightseeing. Read all the books on a 200 book list. When I started wanting to read more classics, I found a list of like 200 books. And so that's probably going to be my hardest one just because none of them are ones that would be on my normal TBR. So I'm slowly working my way through them. Like I said in a few of my videos, Atlas Shrugged is the last one that I read on that list, and it was a doozy. So I'm not getting through it very fast. I think I've done about 20 to 30 on the list so far. Run 10 fun 5Ks. I don't like running at all. But 5Ks can be fun, and I don't actually ever run them, to be fair. I walk them. But so far, I've done the Color Run, and I've done the Muddy Princess Run in Nashville. Both of them were really fun, and I didn't feel bad for not running, and I just got to enjoy myself. Go to a stand-up comedy show. It's something that I wanted to do and have now done. Then we have 3 places I really want to visit just kind of around the world. Visit Israel, visit Hawaii, and visit Japan. I was supposed to be in Hawaii, like, right now, and obviously that got canceled. So we did not get a refund on those tickets. We just have that money is like set aside for new tickets until 2022. So I will definitely be going to Hawaii because I have tickets already. And my friends and I have actually planned a trip for Japan next year. So hopefully I'll get those 2 knocked out of the park pretty quick. As for Israel, I actually worked at a summer camp, a Jewish summer camp for about 3 years. I didn't grow up Jewish, but it was really interesting and I learned a lot about birthright and all that kind of stuff. And the connection that I saw with a lot of my Jewish friends and the Jewish campers to Israel was really inspiring. And so it's just kind of something I want to go learn more about and experience. The last 3 are again just kind of random. 2 of them I've done. First one is go to a Renaissance fair. I did that for the first time a few years ago. Loved it. I would love to get a costume for that, but those are expensive. So maybe someday. But the one in North Carolina is amazing. It's really well done. Invest money in stocks. I use Robinhood. Lastly, write a letter with a wax seal. I went kind of crazy and on a spending spree along with my last book haul. I also got 6 wax seals. I haven't had a chance to use any of them yet. My goal is to write letters to some of my friends who live across the country and even in Europe and use these wax seals. I got basically one for every person I'm going to write, which is excessive, but what are you going to do? It happened. So that is my list of 40 before 40. I would love to know if you have a bucket list or what would be on your 40 before 40 and if there's anything that you've crossed off. Let me know in the comments down below. And I hope you have a great day and a great summer. Bye, guys.